From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the News 8 Daily 8 Podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update.
Hello, I'm Jeremy Jenkins, and this is your News 8 Daily 8 Podcast for Friday, May 23rd.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile with a message for everyone paying big wireless way too much. Please, for the love of everything good in this world, stop. With Mint, you can get premium wireless for just $15 a month. Of course, if you enjoy overpaying, no judgments, but that's weird. Okay, one judgment. Anyway, give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only. Then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
We begin with Carb Day. It is the last chance for racers to dial in their cars, and it's the first chance for fans to rev up for 3 days of fun. News 8's Colin Bailey reports.
Got some new friends, TJ and Annika. TJ's from Georgia, Annika's from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Came in 1 o'clock in the morning, so maybe not much sleep. But TJ, I'll start with you. You said you love Kyle Larson. Talk about being here this weekend, though, for the Indy 500 and Carb Day today.
So the big thing is I started last year. I came up here and I watched Kyle Larson run. And so I was setting up at the front in Snake Pit, and they played Glad to Be Back in Indiana, and I lost it. I honestly lost it, and there was something that connected with me to this race, and I've made it pretty much like a proclamation to myself that for the rest of my life, I'm going to come to the Indy 500 for the rest of my days. That is what it is.
And you said you got here at 1 o'clock in the morning. Obviously, sleep may be different days. Talk about, though, being here. You kind of have a group of friends from all over the place, Iowa, Wisconsin, Georgia. How cool is it, though, to have friends from all over the place meet right here in Indiana?
Yeah, it's actually really exciting. I am born and raised in Indiana, so like the Indy 500, like we watch it every year. It's like a big staple, but I'm just happy to be back and like see all the music today. Brett Michaels and the All-American Rejects I'm very excited for, and then like the Snake Pit going on during the race and everything. So my friends and I are going to be bouncing around all over and splitting up, and I'm sure having a great time. So.
Talk about your campsite. You said it goes from right here, this caution tape, all the way down to that truck. So you guys have like 6, 7 tents in here. Talk about the campsite and meeting people from all over the country as well.
So the biggest thing with coming down here to Indy is, especially for a the first time actually coming out here, you overthink it a lot. But as I got down here and I got my little 2020 set up, I started meeting people from this tent to this tent to this tent, down all the way 2 or 3 tents down. Everybody out here is amazing. I can't tell you how awesome the people are out here. Anything and everything that you need, you don't even have to ask. They'll automatically give it to you. And within the first 12 hours of being out here, I've made some like really good friends. And hopefully we're going to make it lifelong. Everybody's talking about coming back down here to Indy next year and the year after and the year after. Doesn't matter if Kyle Larson's racing or not. I'm going to be here.
Thanks for joining us and letting us crash your morning party this morning. Carb Day gates open 8 a.m. Brett Michaels, All-American Rejects, 4 o'clock to hit the stage. Cars on the track, though, 11 o'clock to 1. For now here in the Coke lot, I'm Colin Bailey for Wish TV and WishTV.com.
Well, it was a rare night when Caitlin Clark did something she hadn't done in more than 3 years. It didn't slow the Indiana Fever down on the road, though. More on Clark in just a second. But the Fever were in Atlanta last night for the second of back-to-back games against the Dream. The Fever rallied late thanks in part to Kelsey Mitchell. Her 3 with under a minute and a half to play gives the Fever the lead for good. They went on to beat the Dream 81-76. Natasha Howard led the Fever with 26 points. Caitlin Clark, though, had 11 for the night, but the big story was that she was 0 for 5 from three-point range. It's the first time she has not made a 3 in 140 games since she was a sophomore at Iowa. The last time Clark had no threes was January 13th, 2022. Clark did not make a single 3 in a game against Purdue. While the Pacers are back in action tonight for Game 2 of the conference finals against the Knicks, the team is using momentum from the rally and overtime win in Game 1, and they need to win 3 more to take the series. Sports 8's Andrew Chernoff reports.
The talk of the town continues to be what happened on Wednesday night down the street from here inside Madison Square Garden. The furious Pacers come back in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals against the New York Knicks. You want to know how much that's still being talked about? Just take a look at Thursday's back cover on the New York Post. Choke 2.0, referencing the similar choke signs that Tyrese Halliburton and Reggie Miller have now been able to do against the New York Knicks in the postseason. Indiana, though, turning the page from that Game 1 victory because the players and head coach Rick Carlisle understand that Game 2 is a clean slate.
After an experience like that, you've got to be able to wipe it, move on, and get ready for the next battle. I mean, these are all going to be epic battles. They're going to be physical. There's going to be a lot going on, and we're going to have to be ready.
We're playing against a super talented team. Like, they took out the defending champions. Like, I mean, they have ultra talented guys, and it's a long series, and we know that. And it doesn't matter if you won by 2 or 20 points. Like, we have a new game, so I think it's pretty easy to turn the page because there is a new game tomorrow.
It's obviously a big opportunity, and we know the atmosphere that we're going to walk into, and the punch that we're going to receive from them. We just have to be ready and stay together.
The last time the Pacers took a 2-0 series lead in a conference finals was all the way back in the year 2000, ironically against the Knicks. And we all know what happened that year. The Pacers punched their tickets to the NBA Finals. We've got much more coverage later today live from New York as we lead up to Game 2 of this Eastern Conference Finals. For now, though, I'm Andrew Chernoff, Wish TV and WishTV.com.
With the Fever and Pacers and the Indy 500 all hitting the city at the same time, leaders that visit Indy say the area could see tourism at levels that haven't been seen since, 2013. Visit Indy Senior Communications Manager tells us that they are expecting hotels to sell out this weekend due to crowds coming in or people who already live here going to one of the big sports matchups.
With this being the first sellout for the Indy 500 since the 100th running, we know that there will be at least a minimum of 350,000 fans coming in for that event this weekend. But when you add in a Pacer game and a Fever game, as well as the 500 Festival Parade, we know the influx of visitors and residents in the downtown core is going to be massive.
One fantasy sports betting site also says Airbnb prices for rentals between tomorrow and Monday are 386% higher than normal. But when it comes to the weather, Storm Track 8 says we are in for a cool and sunny day today. Meteorologist Tara Hastings has your News 8 Daily 8 forecast.
So we've got 41 degrees, clear skies, westerly wind right now at 8 miles per hour. Feels like temp coming into the 30s. So yes, definitely that chill out there for you this morning. Some spots have fallen into the 30s. 37 in Richmond, 39 in Lafayette, 38 in South Bend, 42 in Bloomington, and we're sitting at 49 degrees right now in Evansville. We're keeping a close eye on the potential for maybe a little bit of patchy fog to develop. Right now, metro area is fine. Farther south and west around Terre Haute, Washington, may see a little bit of some patchy fog out there. Otherwise, we've got area of low pressure off to the east of us. That's a system that brought us all of the cloud cover yesterday and those cooler temperatures. High pressure off to the west of us. That is going to keep us high and dry for the day today. All right, here is your Carb day forecast. Still in the 40s at 8 o'clock this morning. 60s by lunchtime under sunny skies. It may be a touch breezy at times with those winds, anywhere from 15, maybe upwards of 20 miles per hour, but we'll go with a high today of 67 degrees. I still think we'll be dry for Saturday, but we'll talk much more about our rain chances for race day, all coming up in my full forecast.
To get a peek at Tara's full forecast, just head over to wishtv.com or you can download the Wish TV Storm Track 8 app. And don't forget to check out our Storm Track 8 weather blogs. This has been your News 8 Daily 8 podcast for Friday, May 23rd. I'm Jeremy Jenkins for Wish TV and WishTV.com.
This is the News 8 Daily 8 podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update on demand. For even more, on demand and on the go. Connect with Wish TV on Facebook at WishTV.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening. And be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.